Warning to all parents, the following podcast contains extensive discussion of the truth behind a certain jolly gift-giving Christmas icon from the North Pole. If you are not interested in your children experiencing said truth, please refrain from listening to the podcast in their presence.
Well, welcome back to the NorthWoods Church Matters podcast. Something is happening now that hasn't happened in a hot minute. We are all together in the podcast studio as NorthWoods staff. That hasn't happened since the SBC convention, I think. Been a while, but we are here to record our annual Christmas podcast, and I'm excited about it. I'm here just to give the rundown with Mr. Darin, our executive pastor.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
And Bobby Pell, who's very excited to be here, our lead pastor.
I do not have a good attitude today.
That's a lie.
That's a lie. Lies. And then Rachel Bland, our women's ministry director and student ministry director.
Hi, friends.
All our job titles have changed since last time. So
Since yesterday.
That is a true story. All right, so first question for today. This is a fighting question. So when is the correct date to put up and take down Christmas decorations? And we'll start with Rachel Bland because I know that you have an answer to this question.
Okay, well, I was thinking about this, and you say it's a fighting question.
Yes.
I'm not here to cause division, but I grew up, I feel like I have to preface that. I grew up where you would decorate the week of Thanksgiving. And that was also winter cleaning for us, too. So it was a treacherous week, but also the best week, too, because we had to wipe the walls down, clean the curtains. Everything was clean the week of
Sounds like
Thanksgiving.
Passover.
I mean, it was a big deal in our house. And so
Isn't that from Leviticus where you have to wipe the walls down?
Did you remove the leaven?
yes, everything. The refrigerator was cleaned out. I mean, we did it all. But once you made it through the cleaning, then you got to end the week with putting up the Christmas decorations. So it was a big deal. So we always did the week of Thanksgiving. And then I still do that now. So Alec in our household, he always did it December 1st. He describes it in 3 different lanes. You have Halloween needs its own lane, and then Thanksgiving needs its own lane, and then Christmas needs its own lane, and Christmas just tries to roll over Thanksgiving in its process, and, well, whatever.
I agree with Alec. Alec is a smart man. Every holiday needs its own lane. Let's just do one thing at a time.
Well, I will admit I'm a little crazy on this, but I have a routine. So forever when there was Black Friday shopping, my wife would get up at the crack of dawn and they would go shopping. I would get out the Christmas decorations. I would get everything prepped. I would put them up and then she would correct them. She would make them look pretty. They would be out in different places. And then she has the touch to do that. So the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, is when ours go up. And then this is a little crazy too, but the day after Christmas, if we're here, that's when they go down for me because I don't like it to drag on into the new year and be like, oh, I got to go back from wherever you go and have to put it away. But this year, it was warm a day before Thanksgiving.
So you broke your own rule?
I broke my own rule. It was 70 degrees. I'm out here freezing to death, and I put all my lights up and all that stuff. So,
Bobby, what do you say?
I don't care.
Does Amy care?
Nope, not really. I grew up with that it was happened right after Thanksgiving. And then somewhere along the line, we just don't care. We do decorate. I want to make that clear.
Yeah.
We have 2 little Christmas trees. We decorate stuff. We have stockings. But honestly, I'm fine with leaving decorations up. I'm fine with putting them up late, putting them up right after Thanksgiving. I can name one family in our church that I will not name, even though I really want to right now, who basically leaves Christmas up 12 months a year. There are some strange people that come to NorthWoods. I'm just telling you. And so
I think they're in my neighborhood because I walk past their house and the tree's up all year long.
I don't know who we're talking about. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just telling you.
You just don't plug it in.
No judgment zone from the Pell family. No judgment zone from the Pell family.
So definitely not before Thanksgiving for me.
wow, I'm the only one around here.
Everything's got to have its own day. Although my wife this year, she tried to creep it up. And my daughter and I were like, you can't do that. One holiday at a time. One holiday at a time.
See, I just don't think 25 days is enough to enjoy the Christmas decorations.
That's how I feel about Hallmark.
See, you watch the Hallmark Christmas movies all the time.
Yeah.
When do you start watching Hallmark Christmas, Bobby?
12 months.
All year round. All year round.
12 months. That was great. That was great.
So here's the next question. Did you believe in Santa growing up? And if so, when did you stop? Mr. Garton.
Yes, I did believe in Santa, and our family did stockings. We stayed in a motorhome one time, and I was so excited. Santa found us in a motorhome on Christmas when we were snow skiing. So I loved that. I don't remember when I stopped believing, somewhere in my early 30s. No, it was probably my terrible brother and sister told me when I was young, because I was the youngest, as they said that Santa's not real.
Rachel?
I totally believed in Santa. I hardcore believed in Santa, and I will never forget the day that I learned that Santa wasn't real. I rode the bus growing up, and so I loved Santa Claus. I loved the magic of Christmas. I just thought the whole thing was super cool. And I was in 4th grade. I'm pretty sure it was 4th. And I had apparently been asking questions about it. And so my parents were just like, okay, now's the time. We got to break it to her. But I was in 4th grade, and I remember coming home. My mom was talking about Santa and all this kind of stuff. And I said, Mom, is Santa Claus real? And she was like, well, what makes you say that? And I said, well, kids on the bus were saying that Santa's not real and how I'm just a little baby if I believe in Santa. And then she explained the magic of Christmas and how Santa was a real person and how Saint Nick was a real thing and how parents continue the tradition and all the things. And then I just remember crying. And that was that. So
you're saying Gayla Clark is a destroyer of dreams?
Well, maybe, but I would say it's more the kids on the bus. The kids on the bus ruined a lot of things for me growing up.
Yes, I did believe in Santa Claus. And yes, I was also sort of late to the game of stopping believing in Santa Claus. I was probably 12, 13 before I stopped. And that's probably because I was an emotionally undeveloped person and came to these realizations later than most. But yeah, I think I just wanted to believe that these presents came from Santa. And my parents made a big deal out of it. I enjoyed it.
I did too.
I definitely believed in Santa. I don't remember exactly when I stopped believing in Santa, but I do remember there was a good solid couple years where I didn't want to let my parents know because I wanted to milk it for all it was worth.
I did not do that.
Oh, yeah, baby. That was where I was at.
What presents did you get from Santa? Was it just a stocking, or were there other things as well?
I got big old presents. Usually the big present of the year was from quote-unquote Santa.
Yeah, I'd wake up in the morning and every present that was unwrapped was from Santa.
Okay.
There would be a few wrapped presents from my mom and dad.
Mm-hmm.
Santa gave us presents that were unwrapped for a few years. And then I guess Santa started wrapping presents for us. But then I learned the trick. My mom always wrapped the Santa presents in Santa Claus wrapping paper. And then mom and dad's presents were wrapped in something different so she could separate them. But we still had stockings. So the stockings were full Christmas Eve. And then you'd wake up and do that.
So the only gift I remember from Santa, or that I actually didn't get from Santa, and I think I've told this story before, was that both Andy and I one year asked for the Voltron action figure, and Andy got it, and I didn't. And so,
Quote the verse about bitterness now.
I was going to say, actually, after Andy passed away, when we were cleaning out his house, well, that's one of the things I actually was looking for, but he didn't have anymore. I don't know where it went. So I would have loved to still had his Voltron. But, I think it must have gone somewhere. I don't know about your kids. And Gwen was an interesting one because I remember 3 or 4 years old, we took her to the mall to have a picture done with the Easter Bunny. And after she sat in the Easter Bunny's lap and had the picture done and all the stuff and the cute dress and whatever else, she came and she's like, do you guys know that's just a guy in a suit? And she knew right away that the Easter Bunny was fake, but she believed in Santa for a long time. So there was this weird dissonance in our house that she did not believe in the Easter Bunny, but she certainly did believe in Santa.
I think it's because Santa looks like a real person, and that's easier.
What is a place you like to shop that might surprise people? Bobby?
The places I like to shop are Costco, and then I like to shop at Columbia and Henderson and Rural King. And so if you put me at those 3 places, I can make my dreams come true.
Do you get the free popcorn?
Of course.
Yes, at Rural King.
Did you go to Rural King if you didn't eat popcorn? Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
true story.
So Costco, I can get a hot dog at Costco. It's interesting how everything revolves around food in my life. But Costco, Rural King, Columbia.
I remember after we moved to Indiana, there's no Rural King in Virginia. And so my dad discovered Rural King, and he'd always be asking, can we go to the place with the free popcorn? Yeah. Rachel, where do you like to shop that people wouldn't expect?
You guys know me by now. I am so basic. There isn't really a surprise when it comes to this. Target, that's my go-to. That's not surprising. No one should be surprised by that. The mall, that's also not surprising. But I will say, I learned about the Rakuten thing. If you know about that, it's a cash back
Online
option. Yeah. So I've shopped through there to get my stuff. And on Black Friday, I hit some big deals. But I shopped a lot online, which is kind of unusual for me. But
Sounds like a place where pirates shop.
yeah, well, I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but that's how I say it.
I love Rural King, kind of any of those Tractor Supply kind of things. I really like just wandering around and seeing what's there. I like that there's a chance you might see some live animals in the process of shopping. That to me is really exciting still. Worldwide Mission, that's where I shop. The I don't know, I guess it's a Rescue Mission clothing store. Camilla's Closet, that's a place I shop quite a bit. So it's a resale shop.
I do like shopping at Target a lot. I actually like that Home Goods store.
Ooh, love me some Home Goods,
Home Goods
Marshalls, and TJ Maxx.
There's lots of interesting tchotchke stuff that you can get at Home Goods. All right, next question. What is a food item that you want to hide from your kids and spouse at the holidays?
So anything that comes in a bag to me at church from a family for the holidays will never make it home.
Oh, no.
So if you want my family to get it, give it to Stacy and it'll make it home. But if somebody gives me Buckeyes, that's the one thing I like, the chocolate covered peanut balls. I like those things, but those are the things I want to hide.
I have never had one of those.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if there's one thing that I would hide from Alec. He has a way of finding things, even when I try to hide him. Although right now, there are leftover Chick-fil-A brownies in the cookie jar that he does not know exist. And so Until now. So I am hiding those. So when he listens to them, they'll probably be gone. And then he'll be learning about this for the first time through the podcast, which will be funny. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like Darin, that if I get a treat that's good, I will definitely leave it here in the office, because then that means it won't be taken home and it won't be eaten. I also have learned that I eat probably more here than I do at my home, which is weird, but I think I snack more here than I do at my house.
I forget what they're called. They're like sausage rolls, where you have the sausage and...
Oh, like the Hillsborough Farm
the sausage
stuff?
and...
Fams.
Say it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pepperidge Farms.
Yeah, but there's like sausage...
How did you say that?
He's saying
That's
it.
how they say it in the commercial. Pepperidge Farms.
It's got sausage all in a little roll.
Oh, yeah.
So I only see those at Christmas.
Is it the Old Hickory thing?
And so I was going over this question last night. You had sent us the questions. Going over those questions last night with Amy. And I said, those sausage things, the batter sausage? She said, you like those? And I said, I love them. Every time I see them, I get a plate full of them because I only get them at Christmas. She said, I can make those throughout the year. And I'm like, I'm so grateful you asked this question.
Yes. It's like winning in the Pell House.
That's right.
Yeah.
Big win. And I say this every time we start talking about food this season of both Thanksgiving and Christmas. Amy makes sort of a sweet potato little casserole thing that I really, 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 really thumbs up love.
Yeah.
And so those are the two things that if people come over and those two things are out, I flinch every time somebody else eats it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, you're taking my food.
Yeah. I'm entering into a new phase of the Higgins household where my daughter's an athlete and she wants to eat well. And she doesn't want me to bring stuff home that she would be tempted to eat. And so it's a fight now to buy groceries. I went to the grocery store with Gwen last week and she took the cart and she just hauled off and just went down the aisle without me. She just left me in the dust. And she said, I have a list from Mom. And she just went shopping. And then she expected me to buy groceries at the end of the process. And every once in a while she was in the store, I just would find something and drop it in the cart, and she'd give me a dirty look. But my answer to this question is there's certain things that now my kid doesn't want me to have that I'm like, I'm a grown adult. If I want eggnog, I can have some eggnog.
That's right.
I love eggnog.
You preach.
Everybody in my house hates eggnog.
Amy loves eggnog. I don't like eggnog But if Amy wants some eggnog, she can have it.
Yeah.
You can have eggnog, Matt.
That's right.
You go,
I'm a
baby.
grown adult.
You're a grown adult.
Yes.
Would you like for me to bring you some eggnog tomorrow?
Please.
I will.
Yes. Yeah.
will.
So how does the rest of the panel feel about eggnog?
Oh, I'm a thumbs down on this.
See, I like it in moderation.
You do not have to put liquor in it.
No, I know that. No, there's no liquor in it, obviously, but the taste is so unique.
Yes.
I just think little goes a long way with me.
All right, here's a great question, and I've already heard Rachel's answers on this
Yeah.
one. So if you were trapped in a Christmas movie, which one would you choose, Rachel?
I would do the Santa Claus movie with Tim Allen, like hardcore, and specifically the scene when they first arrive to the North Pole and they have that glorious hallelujah music playing in the background, and it's all of the elves singing a cute little song, and then the North Pole little thing raises up, and you see the Santa sleigh descending into the North Pole, and then Judy the elf offers her hot chocolate, and then all of the elves are working on stuff, and
Have
love
you seen this
that
movie
scene.
before?
Oh no, not at all. But I love that scene, and I want to know what her hot chocolate tastes like because I am a huge fan of hot chocolate.
You've thought about this.
Bobby, what Christmas movie would you be trapped in?
Home Alone.
Oh, that's another good one.
Oh, yeah. That would be awesome.
Which part?
I just want to be home alone.
Would you? But with burglars coming,
I don't mind, helping the kid. I'd have some ideas
I bet you would.
Yeah.
that I think would be really good.
Darin?
See, I feel like I am trapped in a Christmas movie.
Right now, in this moment.
A Hallmark Christmas movie, because
Because you
I
and your
met
wife
my
are-
wife when we were very young, fell in love.
You're killing me, baby.
We had a little bit of conflict about an hour and 48 into our relationship.
Have you kissed her yet?
And then we kissed in the end and lived happily ever after.
Aw.
That's really my story. And all that to say, I have no idea. I could not think of a movie. I was trying to think of one in Hawaii. I'd be trapped there. but I
There
couldn't
is
think of
one. Christmas Drop. There is a Hawaii Christmas movie now on Netflix. I just watched it.
Of course. I'm thinking Home Alone, but Home Alone 2.
Uh-huh.
I was watching that the other night, and there comes to the point where he's driving around New York City in a limo with a pizza. That would be pretty sweet. So, what is a classic holiday commercial, and which one is overdone or played out? Darin.
See, I think who is winning at commercials these days is the Progressive insurance commercials with the "Don't Grow Up to Be Your Parents." Like
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah,
pretty
those
funny.
are
consistently make me laugh. So I really like those. They don't have a Christmas one,
And
but
for the record, he has said it to me. This is a true story. He has said it to me
we all see it.
on a trip. Bobby, put your eyes over here. We all see it.
Now that you say that, I actually have said that too, but I didn't think about it.
So on the Christmas commercials, though, I think Hershey's has a commercial that they've done with Kisses since 1989. They've done it every year, unchanged. And it is called Hershey's Christmas Bells, where they, with their sashes, those little things sticking out of the kiss, and they do that. And the last one, Wipes His Brow. They sing, "We Wish You a Merry Christmas." I think I know there's a debate of whether that's played out and stuff, but I like it. I think it's a sweet little thing. And I think it's 16 seconds long. It plays really fast. And I like that one. I like the Coca-Cola Polar Bear. For me, that's the time of the year that commercial comes out. I think it's sweet.
I like that you think that the Hershey Kisses commercial is sweet. That's well done.
It's cute. I said the Coke commercials too have always been good, but I prefer the ones with Santa Claus instead of the polar bears. The last couple of years, I think last year maybe, Chick-fil-A started this. They have like a Christmas emphasis almost. And so last time was share the gift of time. And so they had a whole promotion on that. And then this year, it's something to do with give unexpectedly or something like that. And Chick-fil-A did a promo where you could send a peppermint shake to someone if you had their address. And they have really cute animated, it looks like Pixar when you're watching Chick-fil-A stuff. So I thought they've done a really good job.
Yeah, for the record, if anybody's watching a Chick-fil-A movie and want to know about who to send a shake to, church staff is always available. Yes.
Preach.
Yeah.
I like that.
9920 North Green River Road.
Right. Yes.
I actually could not think of a single commercial. I'm sorry. I just have to tap out on this one. I kept thinking through, maybe I'm just watching the wrong shows,
Hallmark.
but
Yeah.
I could not think of a single commercial on this particular topic. I apologize for all of you who are having wonderful ideas out there as you're listening to this question.
Yeah. I like the M&Ms. Like
Oh
Yeah, I do
yeah,
too.
the M&M, those
He
sneak
is
down the
real.
Christmas tree ones with the red and the green M&M, and yes, I do remember those.
Yeah, I like the M&M characters. I'm going to take a cheat on the next question. That the holiday commercial that I hate is the Cadbury bunny. Please, somebody shoot the Cadbury bunny and just eat him.
I don't know if I've ever seen that one.
The
Can you do that again?
All right, next question. Giving cash for Christmas, is it tacky or appropriate?
100% appropriate. Oh, baby. It's good for the giver. It's good for the receiver. I'm a fan.
Yeah, I was kind of offended when I saw the word tacky or appropriate. I didn't even know this was debatable. I feel like, especially if you don't know what to get someone, instead of trying to be creative, cash is the way to go. Super appropriate.
Yeah, and as you get older and older, it becomes harder to find something that somebody really wants, and people always need cash for whatever. So I don't think it's tacky.
I'm going to disagree with the panel and say it's tacky, which I think there's certain situations where it'd be okay, but I feel like you got to get to know some people,
right,
and be willing to take a chance and give them.
It does take more effort to think about what somebody really needs and buy a thoughtful gift.
The panel is right and Matt is wrong.
Yeah, that's probably
I think sometimes if you don't know what to buy, the most thoughtful thing to do is just offer cash.
Candy canes, good or gross? Darin.
I do not like peppermint, so I'm not against peppermint and the peppermint shake. I'm all for Chick-fil-A. The peppermint
Chick-fil-A
shake.
peppermint
That's
shake.
so
That's good, but I'm not a big fan. I like wintergreen. I love wintergreen, but I'm not a big fan of peppermint, so I'm out on candy canes.
See, I love peppermint, but I am not a fan of the peppermint shake. So I like candy canes. My favorite one is the Spree, not Spear, the Spree candy cane. It's not even peppermint at all. It's candy flavored, but it's delicious.
I like peppermint shakes and I like peppermint. I like candy canes. I'm good to go on this one.
Answer is all the above.
Wait, hold on. Let's rephrase. Bobby likes food.
Especially sausage ball.
Especially the sausage balls.
These sausage balls with the side of a peppermint shake.
and
sweet potato casserole.
Sweet potato casserole. I'm with Darin. I agree. Peppermint's all right in short measures, but I like the peppermint shake, but just not a fan of the candy cane. They end up in the trash for me.
Yeah. I do like the idea of a plastic candy cane filled with something like sixlets.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a fan of sixlets, the candy. They're little bitty
like
chocolate balls that are crunchy. Those are like one of my favorite candies, and they'll fill the candy cane with those things. What are they called? They look like beads, basically.
Yeah.
They're called sixlets.
Okay.
I think they're fantastic.
We're going to turn a corner to the serious questions now, which is, what is your prayer for NorthWoods in 2022? And we'll start with the boss first.
My prayer is that the church goes on mission, that this is a year where we reach out. COVID put us in a situation where we didn't have a choice but to go in. We went into our houses. We closed doors. We disconnected. My hope and prayer is that we connect. We connect not only with each other, but we connect with those who don't know. We're fresh off of really our emphasis in October and November for missions. We've talked about being on mission with our neighbor and with our community and our nation and the nations and those who haven't heard, and the different ways that we can do that through gospel conversations, through our partnership with Center of Hope, through going on mission to Puerto Rico, to Ecuador, and some ideas that I think are going to be coming down the pipe that will be very encouraging to people. And I say this understanding concerning COVID. No one knows what's around the bend. It could become worse. We have no idea. My prayer doesn't change.
Yeah.
I would love to see us see more and more people come to know Jesus. I would love to see more and more disciples made. I'd love to see us grow here at 9920 North Green River Road. And while we're doing that, us also having an impact where the gospel hasn't been heard. We have really been in an unusual situation. We've not talked a lot about this, but we've not talked to any about this. But we've had a lot of money come through our church in 2021 for mission purposes. It's a little crazy. We've seen over 6 figures of monies go through our facility, through the church for missions. And that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I think that that's something worth us celebrating. But it also makes me wonder, well, what's going to happen next year? And so this gives us an opportunity to say, okay, God's at work. We didn't budget for that. This is monies that are coming more than we ever expected.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens.
Yeah. We're becoming an Ephesians 3 church.
We really are. The Lord does exceedingly abundantly above all we've ever asked or thought, according to the power that's at work in us. And because of that, because we're seeing that, to Him be glory.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Amen. Darin?
Yeah, mine, I think, is similar to that. I would love to see us grow spiritually and numerically, but I think that's because we're reaching out. I want us to grow, not because we want to be a bigger church. That's really not on our radar. Our radar is to reach people, to see people come to know Jesus. And I guess practically speaking, what that means for us here at 9920 Green River Road is to open our hearts to embrace new people, new faces, people we don't know, that we would just be open to looking at the people who are around us and saying, we are glad you're here, and be genuinely glad that they are here at NorthWoods, that we have the opportunity to be in relationship with them, to worship and serve the Lord together. If we can do that, can grow and embrace new people in our congregation, I think that's a win for us.
I've been really kind of thinking through the Sermon on the Mount a lot this year. I've even gotten the ability to teach some of our women through some of those passages in that sermon. But one of the things that just consistently sticks out to me is watching these light bulb moments whenever we're going through those passages and watching these women recognize that, oh, I don't have to be a biblical scholar in order to share the gospel, or I don't have to know everything to share the gospel. I just need to share it. And as you read through the Sermon on the Mount, there's your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And then a little bit later, seek first His kingdom and His righteousness. And I feel like my prayer for NorthWoods would be that we are people of those words, that we are people who are built on bringing His kingdom on earth as it is in heaven. We would seek to expand it, seek God's righteousness, seek His kingdom, and have eternal eyes. Or I think Mark Tolbert was the one who talked about having kingdom eyes, that we would be kingdom-minded people, recognizing that our citizenship is not on earth, but our citizenship is in heaven.
Well, my role is transitioning here to worship. I'm excited about it. Just thinking through how to grow in that in 2022, and my prayer for the church is, my prayer would be that we grow as worshipers in the church. And that sounds kind of basic, but worshiping is not just about the songs. I am never going to be able to set a goal of, you're going to like every single song that is played on every single Sunday. There's people that veer towards hymns. There's people that veer towards contemporary. There's people that like Keith Green. There's people that hate Keith Green. There's people that love Third Day. There's people that hate Third Day. And we have those conversations. But regardless of what music is played, we can be good worshipers. My hope is that regardless of our circumstances, whether good things are happening or bad things are happening in our life, we can come together and gather corporately and be good worshipers of Jesus. One of the things I want to do in the podcast is talk about worship over the next few months and talk about stories from Scripture and worship, and teach us through this venue, what does worship really look like biblically? That way, try to help us to grow in worship as well. And I think just a personal goal for myself and a personal prayer is, I want to be an authentic worshiper to lead you guys as well. That I never want to get up on stage in front of you guys and be a fake. The number one thought that I have in my head when I'm picking out songs is, what songs do I need to sing to Jesus right now? Anytime I pick out a song, it's based on, this is what in my life I need to sing to Jesus. For example, we're singing This Is Who You Are again this Sunday, and I need the reminder from that song that our worship is not just based on what He has done for us, because what He has done for us can dry up and it can ebb and flow, but who He is never changes, and we can always worship Him based on who He is. And I need that reminder because, I go through seasons as well where things are hard or things are tough or things are easy, and I need that reminder. And so that is all to say, I hope to lead y'all authentically as you guys worship authentically as well. All right, Bobby, anything else you want to add?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. And we'll come at you again pretty soon. Thanks for tuning in to the NorthWoods Church Matters podcast. If you'd like to find out more about NorthWoods Church, you can visit us at our website, www.northwoodschurch.org. Again, that's www.northwoodschurch.org.